is Confessions of an SEO. These are my experiences in SEO, both as an SEO and an SEO tester. I do not repeat Google press releases, explain them to you to give you homework or to trigger any sort of FOMO. I watch their feet and I do this through testing and I share it here. Even if we can't understand the entirety of the algorithm, we usually learn things that inform our SEO practice. So if you're an independent or agency SEO, I get you. Business owners or stakeholders trying to manage a team or deal with any agency. I was a local business owner and I understand your sense of questioning to understand better. Please stay receptive. Even if you are really, really, really smart, you're still not an SEO. And being smart doesn't replace the experience that your SEO team has. So let us do our job, or at least don't get in the way of us doing our job. I'm a little salty today on business owners. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 3. Okay, and we're 3 weeks into January. Have you updated the copyright at the bottom of your website? Thank you to those who have sent in responses to the Confessions second annual survey. When you do this, kind of in a way where we're kind of co-creating this together when you share your feedback, and I really appreciate it. And there is still time. If you're a listener of any length and have 2 minutes and are open to helping me, I would very much appreciate your feedback. The link is in the description. It's also on American Way Media's Facebook page, pinned at the top. You just search for American Way Media. That direct link also to the Survey Monkey survey is going to be in the description. And hell, if you just go to the website, AmericanWayMedia.com, use the chat feature and I will send it to you personally. Either I will or Allison will. So there you go. Welcome to the least SEO podcast on the planet. Now, I think in the last couple of episodes, I have pulled out my soapbox, stood on it, and shouted from the street corner. Today may be no different, and apologies in advance. Before I put all business owners on blast, I need to tell you what happened in the indexation research. Okay, so you see in December, we had no indexation love for new content, very, very little. And I said all this, I unpacked all this on the latest SEO Fight Club this week. I will put a link in the description, but I must confess, I turned off the Google indexing API and started using the request indexation button in Search Console. But before you judge me too harshly, let me explain. It's all based on the data. So you see, on December 12th, when new content was submitted via the indexing API, the bot wasn't doing what it had been doing previously. Now, I'm going to back this up for business owners and other non-SEOs. The only way Google can share a page with people who are looking for things, like, for instance, if they were looking for striped purple toe socks or emergency plumber or Saturday chiropractor, in fact, anything that they're searching for, Google first has to have a copy of those pages to show you. So instead of sending individual people out to copy and paste all our content on all of our websites every time we add something new, they automate it with little programmed robots. And these little robots do it super fast. And there are numbers of ways to describe them. They're either robots or crawler agents. Bots is really my favorite. Now, these bots grab the page's content and they take it back to the hive, just like little bees, where all that content is converted into documents on the other side. And that's true whether it's Google or Bing, any search engine. And once it gets over there, then they process it and they assign keywords to it based on the content. And eventually, they push it out in their index of their search engine where it's served by its keywords. And everything is in a particular order based on that search engine's sorting order method or algorithm. That's why Google returns different results than Bing for the same exact search term. There is no universal order of things. It depends on the sorting rules of the search engines. Now, when I say I'm looking to see the bots, what I'm actually looking at are documents called logs. Now, every website hosting company, they keep logs of all the visitors to the domains that have content on their systems. So whether it's a human or a bot, they keep what I like to think of as a guest book. And mostly they're called server logs. They have different names for them. Now, in the research, I publish new content. And then I download the server logs for that test site, and I read to see what happened after I published the page. Who came? So when I publish, I've either sent it through the Google indexing API system, or I've requested indexation via a dashboard that Google provides webmasters, where we verify our sites with them. And the name of that dashboard is called Google Search Console. Now, in server logs, I see who comes. The legitimate crawler agents identify themselves. And Google is a straightforward player. Excuse me, it's been a long day. So before December 12th, they came in right away. After December 12th, it was like they didn't care anymore. They didn't show up for work. Previously, it was instantaneous, and now it was nothing. So, like the good grinding SEO I am, I kept at it. They can't be gone forever. But there was no change. And then one day I was looking at the no Googlebot arrived text and thought, it looks just like what was happening in the Search Console request button before. And I thought, well, what if they fixed it? What if they've changed it? What if there's a reason now to go through Search Console? And I set up a couple other test sites. And I published and I submitted indexation requests via the Search Console. And I felt I was cheating a little bit. I've been telling everybody, Google indexing API. Well, this is where it got interesting. One of the first test pages got indexed almost immediately and was served within 11 hours. The other site looked just like the test site. It was a dead fish. So now I'm really perplexed. What the hell is going on? Why would only one test site have indexation and the other one not have any? In fact, looking just like the test site, the one that I was working on. Well, this is where it's going to get even nerdier. Are you ready? So in that Search Console, the dashboard that Google gives you, there's something in there that we do not have control over. And it's a designation that Google determines that when you register a site in their system, it's either designated as a primary desktop crawler site or a mobile crawler site. So basically, these automated crawlers, they come in two flavors, desktop or mobile. And at some point when you verify your site, Google gives you a designation, one or the other. Again, we don't know why. We don't know for what purpose it serves. Why is it just random? What is it? We don't know. So I went back and I looked, and as luck would have it, those two new test sites, one was designated as a primary desktop crawler site, and the other was designated as a smartphone primary crawler site. Well, that was interesting because the one that got the indexing and the serving, almost like we had in the old days, was the one with the primary mobile crawler. They call it smartphone when you look in your dashboard. So now I want to test exclusively on the mobile crawler site. It is so fun. It's like clockwork. You publish, Google sends a mobile bot, then they send the desktop bot, which crawls the robot text file. SEOs know what that is. Non-SEOs, don't worry, you're excused. And then Google sends the other mobile Chrome bot to pull all the pieces and the scripts that make up the page. 24 hours later, if you do a URL inspection in Search Console, it says the page is indexed. 24 hours after that, the page is findable by its keywords, both the simple and the JavaScript. I just want to say, please, I don't want to go back. Don't make me go back. Let me stay in heaven, indexation heaven. And I guess this gets filed under an SEO tester's work is never done. So I need to go back and figure out what is happening on the desktop crawler sites. Speaking of business owners who do dumb things, how's that for a segue? Now, in my opinion, there are two kinds of dumb, uninformed actions that people who are involved in projects can do. And notice I'm referring to their actions, not who they are as people. So there's usually an accidental one, a well-meaning but stupid nonetheless action, which is a bit like dealing with teenagers. Their hearts are in the right place, but the execution left much to be desired. And now somebody, usually the SEOs, got to clean it up, and the stakeholder will promise they won't ever do that again. Okay? Been there, done that. We can all understand that. And then there are the ignorant, stupid, unremorseful, catastrophic actions that people take. And no matter how you slice it, things are done without one moment's thought to consult with the SEO group that they pay. And that what they've done now will spell disaster for the agreed KPIs, key performance indicators, which now I refer to as the no longer agreed KPIs. Remember episode 2, why I hate client SEO. Now, I may have to issue a new edition, I swear, and this one is going to come with t-shirts. I know I've said that before, but damn it, this is too often. So let's just say this. You know the saying about too many chefs in the kitchen? And during playoff season, what I just witnessed makes as much sense as Jerry Jones suiting up to kick field goals for the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs. So I invite anybody who's having that kind of week, if you need a coping strategy, when you encounter this kind of insane option, I go to my happy place, my SEO fantasy happy place, where clients not only ask, is this a smart thing to do before they initiate something, but they trust and they listen to the advice that they are given, where stakeholders allow the experience of someone who they pay, and they found them based on the knowledge and expertise that they bring to the table, and then they let those insights from this person to play a part in the calculus of weighing out the risks of certain action plans. And here's my advice for anyone, and I'm going to say for business owners and stakeholders. While every business owner has the right to do whatever they want, here's a novel idea. Why not give your SEO agency the same respect you give your attorney? The same respect you would want for yourself when the question at hand is something that you know quite a lot about, something that you've spent over a decade learning and experiencing and building expertise that is perfectly suited to evaluate that situation. And I'll just leave that here, because it's not every day that you will have people who actually care about your business. That's it for today. I was grumpy and salty. Remember to catch Crawl or No Crawl reports. This week I celebrated the 500-day milestone of the project. I will get back to doing them daily, but I just had to take a few days off while I was prepping for the Forensic SEO training course, because it felt like a proper way to celebrate. Do more SEO work. Thank you for being a listener. I hope you'll come back and bring a friend. Thank you to all the supporters of Confessions that help support this work for themselves and others. It's been my pleasure to be with you, and I will see you in the SERPs.